With the end of the year just around the corner, have you ever thought about where you'd like to travel to next year? If you're anything like us, you'll use the Christmas period to start planning your adventures for the new year. You can start asking yourself, where should I go? Do I want to play in the snow or lounge around on the beach or visit a world-famous city during blossom season? Adrian and I thought it might be helpful to provide a list of amazing destinations that we have been to with the best month to go and visit them. In this list, we will share with you beautiful locations that you must visit and experiences that you must do. As you plan your adventures, or if you have been to unforgettable destinations, we'd love to hear about them. Please share them in the comments. Also, if you are still in the planning stage, we will be more than happy to help answer any questions you may have, give you some tips and recommendations on what to do in each of these locations. Again, just drop us a comment. We'd also love to have you join us on our travels, so please hit the subscribe button to be notified of our upcoming videos. We have so many more travel destinations, tips, and stories to share. Let's kick off in January with one of my favorite destinations, Finland. You're probably thinking, Finland? But wouldn't it be cold? The answer to that is yes, very cold. But don't let that put you off. Finland in January is a lot of fun. Experience unique things like dog sledding, visiting Santa in Lapland, riding a reindeer sleigh, driving or riding a snowmobile. By the way, driving a snowmobile is actually way more fun. Snowshoeing, cold water swimming. That doesn't sound too enticing, I know, but don't worry, they have plenty of saunas to warm you up. And of course, chasing the northern lights. When we went to Finland, we headed way up north to the Arctic Circle, to a remote place called Salla, which is actually right next to Russia. Arguably, you can go to Finland at any time of the year and have a unique experience, but January affords you an opportunity like no other. You'll have an opportunity to see frozen waterfalls, icy formations, and snowy landscapes that are absolutely beautiful. Compared to the peak tourist season in the summer, January also sees fewer visitors. If you prefer a more secluded and intimate experience with nature, this is a great time to explore without the crowds. However, there are some challenges to visiting at this time of the year. Shorter daylight hours in January limit the amount of time you have for exploration. If you are visiting Finland, and I'm assuming that you already know it's going to be cold, but with temperatures often below freezing, you'll definitely need to be well prepared. So when you are packing, you also need to be prepared for a mix of snow, wind, and sometimes a risk of showers. And expect changing conditions throughout your visit. Wrap up warm. Bring lots of thermals, your warmest coat, hat, and gloves. Our next destination is somewhere you may never even have thought of. Any guesses? Well, that place is Nicaragua. And don't let that catch you off guard. Nicaragua is a stunningly beautiful place. The people are lovely and most of them are conversant in English, and it is super affordable too. If you thought our first suggestion was way too cold for you, Nicaragua in February will provide you with a tropical climate that you're probably wishing for. When we visited Nicaragua, we stayed in a villa in Tola. Our villa faced the beach, and every day we were treated to the most breathtaking sunsets I have ever seen. And right next to our villa was Rancho Santana, a fabulous resort that you may want to check out if you do plan on visiting Nicaragua. Rancho Santana also has a fantastic restaurant called La Finca y El Mar, where we were treated to delicious Nicaraguan cuisine. And when I say delicious, I meant it. And to top this off, their staff are some of the most friendly people you will ever meet in your entire life. When in Nicaragua, make sure to visit the active volcano Masaya. You will have the opportunity to get up close and view the crater. And if you visit at night, you will have spectacular views of the lava and smoke. Another thing you must do is zip line down another volcano, Mombacho. The ziplining place is also a coffee farm, so if you like coffee, this will be the place for you to buy a bag of coffee beans straight from the source. Also, make sure to add the city of Granada to your itinerary and enjoy a boat ride on the massive Lake Nicaragua when you're there. One thing to note though, when visiting Nicaragua is I highly discourage renting a car and driving. There are many undeveloped roads and narrow streets that are pretty difficult to navigate. The good news though is there are plenty of taxi services around. We hired a driver for 3 days and he took us to the most wonderful spots that we visited. And during our last day there, our driver took us to the border between Nicaragua and Costa Rica, where we enjoyed the last few days of our trip. Late March, early April is commonly referred to as Sakura season in Japan. Sakura are cherry blossoms. And while hugely popular, if you haven't been, it definitely is a bucket list activity. The cherry blossoms create a stunning ephemeral pink and white landscape. Parks, streets, and historical sites are adorned with these flowers, making it a picturesque and unique experience. And you might think it's just flowers on a tree. Well, no, it's much more than that. It's an experience unlike any other. Even the Japanese celebrate the arrival of these mesmerizing blooms by holding picnics underneath the cherry blossom tree, which they call hanami. Sakura season holds deep cultural significance in Japan. The blossoms symbolize the transient nature of life and the beauty in fleeting moments. Many traditional Japanese arts, such as poetry and tea ceremonies, incorporate the theme of cherry blossoms during the season. Alongside the cherry blossoms, the spring weather provides milder temperatures and a comfortable climate for outdoor activities. A word of caution though, the Sakura season is relatively short-lived, usually lasting only about a couple of weeks, and it can be hard to pick the best time in advance due to the weather and other factors that could impact when and how long they will last. I suggest being flexible and checking forecasts regularly and planning accordingly. And yes, the cherry blossoms is not the only reason to visit Japan. There are millions of reasons to. Japan is a stunning archipelago rich in natural resources and beauty. The Japanese also know how to have fun. Where else can you find a place that has a robot restaurant? Anyway, I could go on and on why you should visit Japan, but I'll be talking until tomorrow if I do. Adrian and I will create a video about Japan, so that's something to watch out for. shamelessselfpromotion.com. Now, let's return to the Southern Hemisphere. You may think we're crazy, but New Zealand is actually a fantastic place in April. April is mid-autumn and slower than most months when it comes to tourism. The fall colors in New Zealand during this time of the year are stunning. I mean, New Zealand itself is stunning, but it is even more stunning. When we visited New Zealand, we had plans to visit both the North and South Islands. Unfortunately, I got sick and we had to cancel our plans to head south. Oh well, just another good reason to come back, I guess, right? We really had so much fun visiting New Zealand. The temperatures during the day were relatively mild but cooler at night. April tends to be rainy, but it didn't really bother us at all. When in the North Island of New Zealand, make sure to visit the Waitomo Caves to see the glowworms, Hookah Falls, Coromandel, Rotorua, and the world-famous Hobbiton movie set. And if you would like to see what it's like to visit where they filmed the Hobbit movies, watch our video on it, and I've shared the link in the description. May takes us to Croatia, and in particular Split. It's a month that offers pleasant weather, fewer crowds and compared to the peak seasons in the summer months, and a variety of activities to join. May will allow you to enjoy Split's attractions, including the Diocletian's Palace, Riva Promenade, and the historic Old Town with fewer crowds. This allows you for a more relaxed and enjoyable experience too. It's also a great time to explore the nearby islands such as Brač, Hvar, and Solta. Ferries and boat tours are also available, and you can explore the Adriatic Sea without the summer rush. And if you are like us, we love seeing waterfalls. So head to the national parks of Krka and Plitvice, where stunning waterfalls are abundant. Visiting the Blue Lagoon and the Blue Cave were very fun. We also rode ATVs to the Bosnian border, and that was a lot of fun too. A little bit dangerous though. We loved our trip to Croatia, and May was a fantastic time to experience the beauty, the culture, and the outdoor things to do, you know? We hope you're enjoying this video, and if you'd like to be notified of our upcoming videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to provide you with more travel inspiration and offer tips and recommendations for these travel destinations. Also, we love hearing from you. Leave us a comment and we will gladly reply. Receiving comments from all of you inspire us to create more content for you. As always, we will always give you the real scoop, and if you have questions, we'll always answer them. Let's continue with June, which is without doubt one of the best months to visit London. While specific events can vary from year to year, June is historically significant for royal events and celebrations in London. These include Trooping the Colour, which is celebrated on the second Saturday of June. This actually is the official celebration of the monarch's birthday. It involves an impressive military parade and the iconic balcony appearance at Buckingham Palace. Perfect if you are looking to see the royals. You'll also find that June typically brings mild and pleasant weather to London. It's a time when you can enjoy the city without the extreme cold or heat, making it comfortable for outdoor activities, and you will have longer daylight hours, allowing you more time to explore London's attractions and parks. However, as you may very well know, Mother Nature likes to play tricks on you during the summer season. During the 10 years that I lived in England, I cannot tell you how many times I had stepped outside during the summer wearing shorts and flip-flops, and then minutes later, boom, I get drenched in rain. So always be prepared for rain. Bring a raincoat or an umbrella. The city's beautiful parks such as Hyde Park and Regent's Park are also in full bloom during June. It's very ideal for a stroll, a picnic, or even a boat ride in Hyde Park's Serpentine. Also, school holidays in Europe are normally in July, August time, so you'll find that it's actually less crowded in June, and it's a perfect time for you to visit. Now, on to my favorite country for July, which annoys the British man in Adrian, by the way. Just kidding. Can you guess which country this is? Let me tell you. France. There are so many places to visit in France. We have been to so many, but I will just focus on one region in particular for this video, the Dordogne Valley. If you're after relaxation and adventure at the same time, this is the place for you. Weather-wise, it is hot, but such a perfect time to go swimming, kayaking on the Dordogne River, cycling, and of course, sightseeing. The Dordogne Valley in July is just a stunning place to visit. There are so many medieval villages that will take your breath away, markets that are so enjoyable to visit, and one in particular you should not miss, which is a market in Sarlat, La Caneda. This market will tell you why the French love their own markets. The fresh produce, the local products, and the delicious food will make you fall in love with the Sarlat market. A word of caution for 2024 though, it is the Paris Olympics at the end of July, early August. So depending on where you are flying into, prices could be a little bit higher and availability could be limited. If you're into winter sports, then Switzerland is best experienced in a winter month. But if you're interested in seeing the sights, then August is the perfect time to visit. It's stunning landscapes, alpine meadows are in full bloom, and the lakes twinkle. August is a very, very picturesque time to visit. Visiting the villages of Switzerland actually during this month is like immersing yourself in a fairy tale. Some of the houses we saw in Switzerland during our many, many visits, they are just cookie cutter, picture perfect. I swear I'd never taken so many pictures in my life as much as I did whenever we visited Switzerland. It's hard to put into words how beautiful this country is. With the warmer weather, it is also a great time to enjoy the numerous lakes and boat rides. And once you've enjoyed those, then take some time to explore the charming alpine villages like Zermatt, Interlaken, or Grindelwald. In August, these villages are alive with summer activities and you can experience the local culture, cuisine, and hospitality. Go tobogganing, zip lining, ride a boat on the Lake Lucerne, ride the one steepest funicular in the world, which is Gelmerbahn. And finally, Switzerland is also famous for its scenic train rides, such as the Glacier Express. And August is the perfect time to take a trip on one of these trains. Keep in mind though that Switzerland is a popular tourist destination and August is part of the high season. While this means, vibrant energy and a wide range of activities, it's advisable to plan and book accommodations and activities in advance, especially since Switzerland is such an expensive country. If you wish to see what we did during a recent trip to Switzerland, check out our videos of Lucerne, Zurich, Ebenalp, Bern, Interlaken, and Lauterbrunnen. The links are in the description. Our destinations for September are places that have captured my heart. Like Switzerland, it's unlike anything you'll ever see. And I'm talking about Banff and Jasper National Parks in Alberta, Canada. The fall in Banff or Jasper brings cooler temperatures and vibrant autumn foliage, making it such a beautiful time to visit. The crowds start to diminish and you can still enjoy outdoor activities before winter sets in. If you haven't already, you can see what we did when we visited these beautiful places in Canada. The locals also know that October in San Francisco is the best time to be in the city. What many tourists don't realize is that the traditional summer months are often cold and foggy. So as we enter in October, the summer fog starts to dissipate and you can enjoy mild temperatures with less chances of rain. This is why a number of iconic San Francisco events happen in October, including Fleet Week with its famous air show. October also means fewer tourists compared to the peak summer months. This allows you to explore popular attractions with a bit more tranquility. This is also true if you are making a trip to Yosemite or Napa Valley. Overall, October offers a pleasant climate, fewer crowds, and a variety of events, and this makes October a favorable time to experience San Francisco. November marks the beginning of Northern Lights season in Tromsø. They have longer nights and clearer skies, and there's also a good chance of witnessing the mesmerizing display of the Aurora Borealis. Tromsø is also one of the best places in the world to see the Northern Lights, and November offers some of the earliest opportunities. Outside of the night skies, November is actually a perfect time to experience winter activities such as dog sledding, whale watching, and meeting the reindeer. These traditional Arctic experiences allow you to explore the snowy landscapes while interacting with, the local Sami traditions. Tromsø is typically covered in snow, so it can turn into a landscape of winter wonderland. Snow actually makes the beauty of the surrounding mountains, fjords, and forests a lot more picturesque, and it's perfect for photography. November also falls below the peak season, so meaning there are fewer crowds. This allows you to have a more intimate experience with the beauty of Tromsø and the likelihood of securing spots in their popular tours. Tromsø is located north of the Arctic Circle, so while November in Tromsø offers many unique advantages, it's essential to be prepared for the Arctic weather conditions. Dress warmly, plan for limited daylight, and also keep in mind that weather conditions can be unpredictable. However, for those who are seeking a winter adventure in the Arctic, Tromsø in November is perfect. Who knows? You might even get treated to a dancing light show by the Northern Lights like we did last year. Speaking of the Northern Lights, if you would like to learn about the tips that helped us finally see them after several attempts, please watch our video, How to See the Northern Lights. Well, here we are in the last month of the year. In December, all across Europe, the famous Christmas markets appear everywhere. Christmas in Europe is very special. December, I think, gives you a chance for you to experience the magic of Christmas and just that lovely winter atmosphere. You see twinkling lights, decorated stalls, mulled wine, and the smell of freshly cooked food helps create that ambiance that turns the Christmas markets into just big winter heaven. And at these Christmas markets, you can buy traditional crafts, and it also allows you to go back to a time when the world was less commercialized. You have handcrafted goods, unique gifts, traditional holiday decorations. This is the best place to find unique presents for your loved ones. Now, my favorite part of the Christmas markets is the chance to indulge in traditional European holiday treats like mulled wine, gingerbread cookies, roasted chestnuts, and other various festive specialties. The food that you see in the Christmas markets are often reflections of local traditions and the culture of the region. So this is also true for the whole market. So you'll probably see unique customs in every single one of them. I'll put some links in the description for our Christmas market videos if you're interested in learning more. Many European cities like Strasbourg are famous for their stunning Christmas market. And I think they were the first one to have a Christmas market, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, wherever you choose to go, the markets are very iconic, like Brussels, Colmar, or Budapest. They're all unique and delightful. It's a great way to embrace the holiday spirit in Europe, I think. That's why I love it so much. Well, that's almost the end of our video. However, some of you may be wondering why there are some destinations that are worthy of being on the list that are missing. And quite simply, I only wanted to recommend places that I've been to. However, I have missed a few places that I've been to, so some honorable mentions include Munich in September for Oktoberfest, the Hawaiian Islands in August, and Sydney, Australia in May is perfect. Well, I hope this video was helpful in planning your adventures next year. We've got our own adventures planned for the next year and would love for you to follow along with us. So if you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay curious and keep exploring. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.